Hey guys, Zerix here. Decided to take you through a quick little video here. Probably not. I rambled too much. But then again, I'm not a professional YouTuber, nor do I claim to be, or will I ever be. All right, so for those of you who are new to XAI, if you want to find out what weapons do, you can go download the skirmish mod. It unlocks the skirmish stuff. It's called Skirmish Inventory Unlock. Okay. It is this mod here by Sheepy, best modder in BattleTech. It's too bad that he never came back. Okay, so it looks like that. It basically unlocks all the inventory items in real time. Okay. So one of the things that's important about BattleTech is that we kept with all the stock mechs and we did not bring in the cab because it's had a lot of issues. Hopefully most of them are corrected by now, but they weren't. And quite honestly, it was just a giant headache. So my goal is to make sure that everything is kept as simple and as small as possible while giving the best and largest playability. Not an easy line to walk, and that's one of the reasons why you'll see some of my custom mechs in here. Because as you play, you kind of get a feel for all the different mechs. And sometimes, there's this great big gaping strategic hole or a tactical. I guess we'll call it a tactical hole because we're down on the battlefield. Plus, there's a lot of good mechs that aren't fully utilized. And even from a BattleTech standard, from the tabletop, there are so many things that a mech can do that they don't really go into. One of my favorite mechs is the Thunderbolt. Always has been, and it's probably one of the most versatile mechs out there. But you want to try as a game designer to not have everything the same. So that's why I went through and I customized all of the hard points. And I know that some of them aren't perfect, but they are a whole lot better, and all the weapons display properly, which was a big deal to me because I'm big on that graphical thing. It helps the immersion, so that's what I like. All right, so like one of my custom mechs here, the AK. You know, you get looking at the hard points and like, that's kind of cool. I could put 3 of those on there, right? It's quite a bit better than a blackjack. So these are the kind of things that make the game fun with minimal investment, quite honestly. Just have to make a chassis and a mech def. All right. One of my other favorites of mine that I made, of course, is the Hunchback 4AS, which has an AC5 and 2 AC2s and just jumps around and snipes. That's its primary role. So anyway, so you can come in here and you can play around with them. You can outfit them to whatever you want. when you've got that program running, that mod, these are weird issues. I don't know what causes those. You can basically go through and pick what you want. Some of these are probably vanilla weapons, like I can tell by the spacing. I did not include all the vanilla weapons. Okay, so this will bring out the vanilla weapons. All right, and see these top secret weapons here? You can't use those. But you can see that the coils show up, which aren't used in XAI. There's nothing I can do about that, but you can sit here and you can play around with different configurations and stuff. You know, you've got these old Infernos, but if you want to know how something works, that's how you do it. Then, of course, you go into single player, click Unlimited, and make your, as you'll see, all of the pilots have been redone. Oh, all the pilots have been redone. Okay. They all now have proper skills for their ranks. And I wanted to make sure that all of these pilots that were in here were fully ranked up for the most part, up to a maximum of 8 points. So these are the more elite pilots overall. Excuse me. Been a long day. So anyway, that's about it. You can go in, play, have fun. The nice thing is now you can play around with your breaching shots and all that good stuff where you couldn't before. This will be useful for AI testing in the future, is one of the reasons why I did that. Okay, so on to the, I did some shorter videos to explain the menus, so you can go check those out. We're going to go ahead and redo the initial campaign. So we're going to go ahead and hit new, custom campaign, start. We do not play iron mode here. Skip prologue, Mech Warrior lethality, Iron Man mode. We can do, nah, I don't like unequipped mechs. Okay, contract variance, one skull, that works. Occasional, enemy force, plus one's half a skull. Let's do normal. I don't feel like struggling today. We'll do slow though. Go to 5 parts. But I think we'll play a little bit harder here for the money. Anyway, you know, you guys play the way you want. I like to have fun. I'm no sadomasochist, so I know there's a few of you out there. So the reason I'm redoing this is I want you guys, I had a player that is having a real struggle going through the first mission. And it's been a while since I played the first mission. And I wanted to kind of give them an idea of how to do it.
Lady of the Oregon Reach, protector of Coromadir, and the sword of restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more.
I agree. I agree.
A hero would have done better. know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times. About the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history.
No named hero.
That's up to you.
All right. Doo, 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 doo. So, character generation. We now have full skills for the commander. Let's go to the deep periphery. We did not have those before. Let me go ahead and turn off this video, and I want to say it's Shift Alt C. All right, got it. All right, so doo, 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 doo. So this is where you get your second skill. There were sure a lot of bookish pilots. Da, 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 da. We'll take that one. We'll be an inner sphere mercenary. I don't really worry too much about their looks. I customize them later, depending on my mood. Doo, doo, doo. We'll go with my Mr. Default here. Okay, so sorry about that. I like going for gunnery overall. Gunnery is your most important skill, obviously, since I shifted so much of the things to gunnery, which they should have been under in the first place. I tell you, I really think HBS, it wouldn't have taken me 3 years had they listened. But I pretty much did a lot of undoing of what they did. So, you know, I don't really. I'm glad they made the game, but I think they could have done a lot better. And I definitely wish they would have used a much better game engine or a better version of the game engine.
Command interface initiated.
All right, so just so you guys are aware, the turrets. Turrets have much better ranges. Okay, you will have never. This is the only mod that you will see that I know of that actually fixes turrets the way they should be. And they actually now have good ranges, good accuracy, but it's variable, okay, and it's random based on difficulty typically.
Moving out. Moving out.
Also, you will find that the camera redo is so much better for the immersion. So I like to stay hidden from the AI as much as possible. And what we're going to do is come up here.
You are trespassing on Majesty Metals and Manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist.
Yes, we are.
Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Yes, we will. All right. So we're going to get our butts up here. Oops, I hate it when I do that.
On the move.
Now we want to make sure that we can get over the top here. And our goal is to hit the turret generator. I typically try to set up for 2 guys to go for that, because if you count on like the Jenner to do it, which he can do it, but you got to have a really good run at it. So we're going to prep here. As they can't quite get to me quick enough. Close, but not quite. That could be bad. All right. Panther, he can come around here too. I think we're safe there. And this is why we're going to take out that turret generator. LRMs at this stage of the game are really bad with these light mechs.
Barely hit, Commander.
Okay, so we've stayed out of the direct line of sight.
What can I do for you?
All right. Now, if you'll notice, something that's different between XAI and vanilla is that you can actually use the forest to block visual sighting. Okay, jump.
Engaging jump jets.
All right, and we're now ready. And them guys over here might be able to hit me. But we're not going to give them a chance if we can help it. All right, here we go.
Location confirmed.
Notice I didn't want to run.
Target acquired.
See how that view just gets you right back in? Remember when it first came out, guys? Ooh, yeah, he's going for the physical combat. Nice.
Took a hard hit there.
Oh, I don't know if you guys knew this, but in CAC, you can hit, I think it's Control T. Yes, Control T. And that turns off your things. This is good for screenshots and stuff that you might want to take. So, no dual fire. So, should we just go for it? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, just do it. Right on. All right. Turret's down. Now we can breathe a little easier. All right. So, since turrets have a longer range, I thought about redoing a couple of these turrets, but I'm like, well, that's not really very fair.
Waiting for orders. Special delivery.
Nice. All right. I think we're going to hit him in the back. That's just too good of an opportunity there.
Engaging jump jets.
The Blackjack is probably the most shit talked about mech that there ever was, but the Blackjack is actually quite a good mech. Let's drop these on that.
Targeting rear armor.
Noticed how fast the turns go? I've got a 5800X, and it's much better than my 2700 was. And I put my 2700 out in the office, and I noticed I still get animation pauses a lot. So, but I'm also running a 6800 video card. So I'm trying to think. I don't remember what the thing is for that. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Orders.
All right, let's back up a little bit here. I don't want to overheat too much, so let's drop one.
Rear armor. Solid connection on that one.
Oh, he took out a building too. Nice.
Damage minimal.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, Dicker.
Affirmative.
This last revision, I decided to just go ahead and get rid of that second MG and go a flamer because it didn't want to display properly. So
I hear ya.
it was just one of those minor annoyances, I guess.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Yes, I do. If I tell you to hit something, you end up missing. Glitch.
Got it.
All right, Bean.
Engaging jump jets.
Ah, I forgot I don't have dual fire. All right, who's can do the most damage? He can. Tag, you're it.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Reinforcements. Oh yeah, in case you didn't notice, there's no more cheesing uh, detection ranges. So if you get, you don't even have to be within visual sight now. As long as you're picked up on sensors,
Good to go.
you ain't going to be able to cheese the AI and be able to get free shots on them. That stuff's done and gone. Mm, let's go ahead and save that for the.
Target acquired.
Oof.
Critical hit, Commander.
I hear tankies.
Waiting for orders. Roger that. On it.
I don't know if you noticed, but when I went through all of the pilots, I also changed their experience rankings. I did this for two reasons. One, it allows me to know what kind of pilots are getting put in there to make sure the AI and all that stuff is done correctly,
Coordinates received.
checking their skills and all that stuff. But I don't think it's a big deal for you to know, in my opinion. Gives you an idea of what you're up against, you know. You might need to haul ass if you got a bunch of elites. So, all right, one of the new changes is jumping will now add to your instability. So, and the reason I added that is because I have not been seeing much use for some of the specials. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. All right. All right, so we're going to head on down. Got to kind of cool off here.
Receiving you. On the move. Full speed.
All right, so our next objective is going to be the Shadowhawk and the Corp Sec Center, which is over here. That one's actually pretty easy to take out. He's not, though. So we need to make sure that we're doing things right. Now, these tanks, they're not too much of a threat right now. And a lot of times they'll try to creep up here. If they get up into this area, then these turrets can fire upon them. So it's not too big of a deal.
Waiting on you, Commander. Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Obviously, focusing fire is a very important tactic. Don't let your guys get spread out too thin unless you're highly skilled pilots. Also, sometimes it's very beneficial to reserve your moves and let the AI go ahead and move. If you've got a good amount of evasion on your guys, go ahead and let the AI come out. He'll probably miss. See, unfortunately, they weren't able to get a lock on over on him, but he must just be out of range. Okay.
Receiving you.
All right, so we're going to send the Jenner over here.
Copy that.
Now remember, the Shadowhawk can jump, and one of the things in XAI that you will not see in a lot of other mods, and definitely not vanilla, is the level of mobility of the mechs.
What can I do for you?
All right, Glitch. We need somebody to get over here. Panther, nobody has any kind of those skills, so let's use the Blackjack.
Engaging target.
And remember, you can no longer jump and do an aim shot. That is you have to have a tactics skill of 8 in order to do that.
Good to go.
And currently the jump penalty is broken, I believe. So it'll always be there until I can get the DLL worked on. Hopefully that'll happen here soon. But there's must be a conflict between two different mods. We're gonna go ahead. Ooh, he got hit in the head. But well, it's a long shot, but we might as well do it, right?
Tell me what to do.
See what I mean? That's why I fire her every time.
I was nearly missed.
Yeah, every time when I need her to hit, she misses. She's the biggest jinx I've ever encountered in this game.
Affirmative.
One of those should have hit. Not one did. Not one. All right. Decker. No. See, he's going over here to get an angle. So you got to watch those guys. The AI is much better than it used to be. PPC shot ain't too bad. I think we'll take it. What the hell? Did you notice what I'm doing there? I have a superstition about the first weapon fire. If you know me, you'll understand it.
Standing by.
But like I said, it's probably just superstition. There's probably no basis to it, but
Here we go.
this ought to warm me up pretty good.
Locking on.
Hey, yeah, he locked onto him there, so they do have the range. All right, Bane. Yeah, we're either gonna have all or nothing on this one. Drop those. I don't want to heat up that much.
Engaging target.
Nothing.
Destroyed.
Yeah, so much for getting a 55-ton mech.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
We're gonna force the AI to compromise himself here. The little tanks.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Yeah, you talk so much crap. Can't even hit a friggin' building.
For another shot.
Yeah, thanks for the news flash. Oops, see? Sneaky little buggers, ain't they? Yeah, they got you in their sights. Shut up.
Yes, Commander. Position confirmed.
Oh, we don't need that many, even if she misses.
Target is flying.
Great job, Commander. Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can clear
Ah!
the better. What's up, boss? Acknowledged. Roger.
Okay, so if you're wondering why I toughened up the vehicles, it's because they needed to be toughened up. And really, that's all there is to it. They were too easy.
Waiting for orders.
And,
Uh-huh.
you know, vehicles have a number of advantages, obviously. They don't generate heat. So that's pretty nice. They do take double damage from melee combat.
Firing on target.
One down.
You like that?
All right.
Full throttle.
God, I love that camera. I think I'll be releasing that as a separate mod. Alrighty. One more tank, and then we get to go and get surprised. One other important tactic, you guys, just make sure that you distribute out your damage, uh, to your mechs. Try never keep the same mech in the same firing arc
Ready for orders.
as much as possible. And if you notice you're getting ganged upon, gang raped,
On the move.
then run the hell away. Because the AI will target a specific mech, and sometimes to a fault. You can use that to your advantage as well.
Target locked on enemy 6.
Wonderful shooting.
That didn't hit.
Surprise, 28%.
Good to go.
And I know it's tough, guys, with the
Heading out.
Come on, Decker, you got the last one. See if you can get this guy. I'll be impressed.
Engaging target.
Very well done.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
All right, so you see it's not that hard to do well. You just have to be patient. Don't over rush in. Gather your troops
Got it.
and then go in with overwhelming force. It's quite easy to do. But of course, you have heat to manage as well in the desert on this first mission. Now, this is the tricky part, is to get this to actually go correctly. Okay, so I pick the Panther to go in first because the Panther has heavier armor.
Yes, Commander. Move order received.
Okay, that's about as far as I can go, I think. And notice that I'm walking in and bracing so that I have that defensive advantage. It's not much, but it can help that little bit of 20%. Okay. All right, so we triggered it. But
Damage is minor, Commander.
Damage minimal.
okay. 100 points. Who can do 100 points of damage in one volley? Maybe. The blackjack definitely can, but it's not their turn, right? So that's right at 100. So he's actually our best bet. Make sure everything's up. And fire. Not bad. Not bad. Oof. That AMS really helps out on this mission, huh? All right.
Standing by. Position confirmed.
Well, we should be able to pretty much take them out now. I can't get a double shot, though, unfortunately. The thing about giving fire weapons double damage on the buildings and stuff, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll do HE weapons, HE ammunition. All right. He's about worthless. He's the only one that's a real threat here.
Reporting. Minimal damage. Good to go. On my way.
Hopefully. I doubt I'll avoid it, but I do have my armor side. So we'll go with that. I forgot he had multi-target. Let's do that. Worthless. And I know, guys, it's hard to have such low targeting accuracies. It makes it frustrating. That's the point. So that as you play and your guys get better, you actually appreciate them getting better. Bye-bye.
Engaging target.
Yeah, it's like a Soviet BMP.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Man, my vehicles are badass. All right, buddy. Let's play, shall we? 71%. That's an interesting number, isn't it?
Acknowledge.
It gave me a jump jet owie, huh?
Orders.
All right.
Copy that.
Tank time. Ooh, I might have got a little too close. Yeah, probably. It'll have to do. I think we'll go ahead and do an aim shot.
Engaging.
Wow, that's 3 kills. Nice job, man. Decker, you're kicking ass, taking names today.
You betcha.
Let's have a stomp fest. Roar! Miss.
Hey, stay in the crosshair.
I did that for a reason, though. That was to remove the evasion. Although, if he would have hit. Anyway.
Engaging target.
Nicely done.
Enemy unit destroyed.
And, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you professionally do that mission.
Mission successful.
All right. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your support for XAI. And keep on spreading the word. I think 3.5 years worth of work, just about, is, oh, wow, look at that. 3 years later. How appropriate. I never saw that before in my life. 3 years later. How appropriate. So, anyway, 3 years later, and we finally have the BattleTech game that we should have had in the first place. At least I feel. And I know there's those diehard BattleTech people out there that say, you changed some of the rules and blah, blah, blah. And that's why they don't want to play my game. But let me tell you, as my front page states, I will not make excuses. And if it needs changed, I'm going to change it. Because poor game design or bad rules or whatever. I think we've done a pretty good job here. Or I should say, I've done a good job. All right. All right, I think we'll just go ahead and call this a lesson and hope it wasn't too boring. Hope you guys have a great day. Keep your head low and make sure that you give to the Ukrainians to help them out. They're some of the their fight for democracy and freedom. You got to help them out. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, have a great day. Keep your head low and happy hunting.